After school for me was, I took one of those gap years, that turned into 4. I went into a job in retail and I probably learned all I could in the first year, but hung around there for 4, just because I got comfortable and kind of fell asleep behind the wheel. I knew I should be doing something else, and I had my dad always nagging me, telling me to find out what it is I should be up to, but he knew that my job in retail was kind of a stepping stone, but I think he realised that I was wasting time, not really having a direction of where to go. My dad passed away in 2019. He was an avid diver. He used to love getting out there and getting the kaimawana, and he went out one day and didn't come back. Losing my dad at a young age, as sad as it is, we don't often get the motivation to make change unless something serious in our life happens, and that was definitely one for me. I left my work and then I kind of lost my way a bit, lost my motivation. Sit around on the couch all day, play video games. I kind of got stuck a little bit, even more. Yeah, so it got worse before it got better. Heidi Renata, the awesome lady that she is, we call her Auntie now. She put out a Facebook post calling it all rangatahi. If you've ever had an interest in business and you weren't sure where to go, or you weren't sure what your pathway was or how to get in there, or give us a holler and we can have a meeting.
I remember the day he walked into our first hui, and you could sort of see a little bit of, I'm really excited to be here, but a little bit apprehensive. As soon as he opened his mouth, this is a true story because I've told him the same thing, I knew that we had a gold nugget. It was a guy I could see with massive potential, and I figured at that moment, this guy's going to go far and I want to support him in that journey.
I went there, I met some of my best friends, my future boss, and Heidi herself. There wasn't that many people, but they were the best talks I'd had in 2, 3, 4 years about life and change and how to move forward. The most relatable people I'd found in a long time. Mana Rangatahi was a kaupapa to help youth between the age of 16 and 24 get into either entrepreneurship, business, or even finding a pathway in life, whether that's further education or a job out there in the world. Most of it was based around a core perspective of who am I, how do I orientate myself in this world and incorporate my values in that. 2 nights a week for about 12 weeks where we got together, had a few laughs, were vulnerable around each other. It was awesome. As soon as someone either put themselves down or kind of doubted themselves, there's always someone across the other side of the room to pick them up again.
The transition in a year's been amazing. Within the 8 weeks of starting with us, he became fully employed with one of our business partners, our talent network, and is now doing recruitment.
Every day I come to work, it's hard not to be happy at work because you're with cool people, you're in a great place, and the environment just really creates a motivation to get stuff done. If you're an employee, I think you care less about where the business is going and more about your paycheck coming in every week. But if you're someone who's invested in the business or brought on board and told you're going to make a difference by the work you do, and the more work you do, the more value you yourself will get out of it, the more character growth you'll get out of it, and the more business growth you'll get out of it. I think that synergy of goals is really helpful.
Mitch had the goods, and we've been able to help him unravel those or unveil those, and I think it's the same for all of our rangatahi. It's just giving them the, a glimpse into what they've got access to and what is possible, and reminding our rangatahi, actually you come from resilient leaders and pioneers.
After joining Mana Rangatahi, it kind of gave me the mana and the motivation to put myself out there. So I signed up to be a volunteer firefighter, started te reo classes. In a previous life I would have never put my hand up for things like that if it wasn't for the confidence I got from the course. So my dad was diving near Moiraki or Shag Point when he passed away. That's where we built a little monument for him. I put a seat there looking over the cliff where he went out for the last time. And me and my brother visit there quite a lot. We take our bikes up there and cruise up, and that's kind of our way of remembering him and honouring him. When people die, it's a great reminder of what you should be doing while you're alive. Dad's passing was definitely a catalyst for getting my ass into gear, because I'm kind of pissed off that he couldn't have seen what has happened now in my life, all the change I've had recently. I wasn't a man of many words, so I don't think he'd say much, but he'd get the point across for sure. We'd have a whiskey or a cigar, hang out a bit, and he'd probably say something like, oh, it's cool to see the man you've become, son. Mitchie, son. That's what he always called me. Yeah, no, it'd be good to see him again. One day.